Everyone knows ChatGPT. Even your mom probably mentioned it at the dinner table. And every time someone talks about AI, the same cliches appear. What if it's like Terminator? What if the robots take over? What if the human gets so lazy that we stop thinking and the machines start thinking for us? Well, the man behind all this is Sam Altman. He's the creator of ChatGPT, the face of artificial intelligence, the progressive visionary promising to change the world. But behind the polished speeches and the "we are saving humanity," a side of Alman that most people don't hear about is there. A side that involves scanning people's irises for crypto through his company Worldcoin. A site that includes political donations to Donald Trump after Alman himself called Trump a danger to democracy. A site filled with internal wars inside OpenAI so dramatically they sound like a Netflix series. A site that admits openly that artificial intelligence might literally end humanity. So is Sam Altman really the hero building us a brighter future, or is he quietly one of the biggest dangers humanity has ever faced? Guys, you need to see this video because this is Sam Altman's dark side. Sam Altman was born in 1985 in Chicago. Like many Silicon Valley prodigies, he was a coding genius before most kids could ride a bike. He enrolled at Stanford to study computer science, then dropped out because in tech, dropping out is practically a rite of passage. His first company was Looped, a location sharing app launched way before smartphones made it normal to constantly broadcast where you are. Looped failed, but Almond failed upwards. He became president of Y Combinator, the startup accelerator that gave birth to giants like Airbnb, Dropbox, Stripe, and Reddit. Y Combinator turned him into Silicon Valley royalty. He wasn't just an entrepreneur, he was now the guy making entrepreneurs, the man behind the curtain. So by the time that he co-founded OpenAI in 2015, Alman was already a legend in tech circles, and OpenAI's mission, pure, altruistic idealism, to ensure artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. It sounded almost too good to be true. When OpenAI launched, it was a non-profit. The idea was to build AI safely and openly, to share the research with the world, to stop big tech from hoarding the future. But by 2019, something shifted. The company created a for-profit arm, and soon after, Microsoft invested billions. So, the open in OpenAI slowly disappeared. The research became more secret, the models were locked behind paywalls, and the world's most idealistic AI project transformed into a corporate behemoth tied directly to one of the most powerful companies on earth. This is what people call the Allman paradox. In public, Allman warns us about AI. He says this technology could cause disempowerment, economic collapse, or even human extinction. But in private, he's racing ahead to make it faster, bigger, more profitable, before anyone else can. So the question becomes, is Sam Altman the cautious prophet who fears the dangers, or the capitalist who's unleashing them at full speed? Maybe he's both, and that's exactly why critics say he's dangerous. Now let's talk about the side project that Sam Altman created, Worldcoin. The pitch sounds simple. AI will destroy jobs, so we will need universal basic income. Worldcoin is Altman's attempt to build a global financial network that gives people free money through crypto. But there's a catch. To join, you need to scan your iris with a shiny silver device called the orb. Yes, your eyeballs. Critics call it a privacy nightmare, a global biometric database controlled by Alman's company that could be hacked, abused, or sold to governments. And here's the kicker. WorldCoin is mostly being rolled out in developing countries where people are desperate for money and far less likely to ask questions about privacy. To many, it doesn't look like progress, it looks like exploitation, like testing a dystopian system on the poor before introducing it to the rich. Altman says it's about building a fairer world, but when the entry price to your utopia is your eyeballs, people are right to be skeptical. And then there is politics. Altman has called Donald Trump a danger to democracy. He has presented himself as a progressive, a liberal technologist fighting for humanity. But reports suggest he has also donated to campaigns linked to Donald Trump. Why? Critics say it's obvious: access. When you are building technology that governments want to regulate, you need influence on both sides. It's the Silicon Valley playbook: say one thing in public, do another behind closed doors. Alman knows AI regulation will decide who controls the future, and if cutting deals with Trump or his allies help him secure the control, well, principles suddenly look flexible. In late 2023, OpenAI imploded. In a single week, Altman was fired by his own board, accused of not being candid enough with them about the company's direction. Employees revolted. Microsoft backed Altman, and within 5 days, he was reinstated as CEO. It was Silicon Valley's Game of Thrones, a chaotic power struggle inside the most important AI company in the world. And this was not the first inside problem in OpenAI. Elon Musk co-founded OpenAI with Altman in 2015, but by 2018, Musk left the company, claiming it wasn't living up to its mission of being open and safe. Since then, Musk has repeatedly attacked Altman, accusing him of turning OpenAI into a profit machine under Microsoft's control. Altman, in turn, has mocked Musk's ego and behavior. The irony: both men warn about AI's dangers while racing to build their own version as fast as possible. It's not really about safety, it's about power. And when billionaires fight over who controls the future or intelligence itself, the rest of us should be worried. So, why is Sam Altman a danger for humanity? Because he sits at the center of a technology that could change the world or end it. He's the man who built ChatGPT, launched Worldcoin, fought with Elon Musk, made deals with politicians, survived a corporate coup, and warns us about the very apocalypse he's racing to create. The problem is not that Sam Altman is evil. The problem is that he's human, and humanity is trusting one man and one company with the keys to intelligence itself. So here's my question for you. Do you think Sam Altman is leading us towards a brighter future, or are we handing control of our destiny to someone who can't possibly control what comes next? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate isn't just about one man, it's about all of us. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.